Most people use LinkedIn in the completely wrong way when it comes to landing data jobs. I'm Tommaso, a recruiter who helps hundreds of data professionals find new roles, and also I'm a top voice on LinkedIn, which is something extremely difficult to get. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to use LinkedIn to get noticed faster and land a job as quickly as possible. And if you're serious about changing career in 2025, this is unfortunately no longer optional. For example, the mistake that people do, which is the most common, is the one to use LinkedIn as your CV, which is not great because you write everything you have on the CV on LinkedIn, but you don't use it for the purpose that he has, which is personal branding, which is a marketing tool, which is your portfolio and what you need to use to connect to people that are in your industry that can give you jobs. This is the biggest mistake that people do. LinkedIn is a completely searchable profile that can help recruiters find you. So you need to treat it as it is. The first thing that you need to focus on is the photo, which needs to be incredibly professional, the headline, which needs to have keywords that people can find, and a cover image, which needs to be something that represents what you do. And you need to design it in such a way that people need to click on the message, need to click on the website or the portfolio that you have on the top of your LinkedIn profile, and need to come to you and message you about job opportunities, networking opportunities, whatever it is, but the goal of a LinkedIn profile is to be found and for people to engage with you. Second, your profile needs to be searchable, which means you need to put the right keywords in the right place, because a LinkedIn profile that doesn't have keywords cannot be found. If a LinkedIn profile cannot be found, you cannot receive any messages that leads to something great. So the best way to put keywords is your tagline, the description under your profile, the description within each job or your university, for example, if you are a university graduate, and last but not least, the skills, what you can do. So you need to make sure that you put your tools that you use for doing your job, and then you can put everything else that you think is really important for you to be found. Remember that us recruiters, we use LinkedIn Recruiter to find people, and usually we use the keyword section to write keywords we want to find in LinkedIn profiles. If we don't find those keywords, your profile is not gonna be found. So this is extremely important. And then after you've started posting something and after you improved your profile, what you need to do is create your network. You need to start from the bottom, which is adding people that are relevant to you. You don't want to add people that you don't have anything in common with or that cannot be useful to you. So first of all, add all the people that can be relevant, which are people that might be your future boss or people that might be your future colleagues or people that you know from the past, which are the people that are closer to you, obviously people in your network and they're working in the same company to you. And this is the basics. Then you want to increase the quality of the people that you add, which is obviously people who are incredibly relevant that can give you a job, which is something that you should focus on if you're looking for a job in 2025. And then you don't want to message everybody you add and say, hey, do you have a job for me? Or hey, can you help me with this? No. First, engage with them, show them value, just message them saying, I saw your profile, it's really cool you're working in this company, or we have something in common, we worked with this person, how did you find working with them? Or you can comment on their posts or message them commenting what they posted and sharing value with them. And then something that I've done with a friend of mine who's looking for a job in Spain was using her LinkedIn profile to land some opportunities that she would have had just by applying to jobs. And obviously her profile wasn't great, unfortunately, so we helped her to improve her profile. And then after that, she started posting something that was relevant to her job. And then what we did was creating a list of people that were perfect fit for her, which are people that were from Italy, which is the country where she's from, people who work in the same industry, and people who work in Spain that could be her colleagues or that could be her bosses. And then by doing that, she got 2 interviews in just 1 week and she sent just 30 messages. She has a list of probably 180, 190 people. So she has a lot to go. She's building that over time, but the results are incredible. And that's because she uses LinkedIn for the purpose that LinkedIn was made, which is connecting with relevant people. Obviously, something very important is to make sure that your profile has everything it needs to get some interest from people. If you have a portfolio, for example, just put it as a link in your profile section. If you have a project that went particularly well, just add it in the project section below. Any certification you have, any course you've done, any even LinkedIn course, or you can certify your skills by doing some tests. For example, SQL, Excel, you can do some mini tests on LinkedIn that certify your experience, which is extremely helpful because LinkedIn puts your profile a bit higher than other people who have not done that. And lastly, as I'm a top voice on LinkedIn, I'm part of a group of people that are followed by a specific LinkedIn professional that teaches us anything that is maybe not public, and we get to see a lot of things that other people don't see. Posting once a week is enough for your profile to be on top of other profiles in terms of the LinkedIn algorithm. Optimized profiles get a lot more views, they say roughly 30% more views than other people, and personalized messages double the effectiveness of the message, meaning that people respond much more frequently. You don't need much, but if you do just those 3 things, which is improve your profile, start posting on LinkedIn, and start connecting with people that are relevant to you, you will see massive results straight away, and you stop using LinkedIn as your digital CV, but you start using LinkedIn for what it's meant to be. Obviously, I don't want to promise you that you're gonna be a top voice tomorrow, because it takes a long time, and maybe you don't wanna be a top voice, but people in the data space, for example, which is a discipline where people tend not to write a lot, if you just do very small actions consistently, you get in the top literally 1 to 5% very quickly. So if you want to land a job faster, LinkedIn is not an optional anymore. It's a must-have, but also you need to use it in the proper way to make sure that you get everything you need from LinkedIn. And this is your biggest opportunity to get noticed and get hired. If you want any more recruiter insights that get you hired in the next few months, just follow this profile, see the other videos, and then comment and say anything you want me to talk about so that we can talk about it in the next video. See you, and thanks for watching.